and gentlemen, the item for which I know you've all been waiting, lot 13, a gold chalice, chased and decorated with precious enamels, known as the Coptic Cup. Its origins are obscure, but its use is conjectured to have been religious, probably connected with some early Oriental Christian sect. Now, we're very proud to be able to offer this priceless object for sale here this morning by the wish of Mrs. Eleanor Horder. As I'm sure you all know, the Coptic Cup has tragic associations with Mrs. Horder. It was formerly in the possession of her brother, Mr. Titus P. Trant, who died the victim of a savage and unsolved murder. The cup then passed to her late husband, Mr. Brian Horder, who almost immediately suffered a similar fate. Well, naturally, these two tragedies produced a somewhat lurid and sensational interest in the world of American journalism. I'm sure that Mrs. Horder's decision to sell the cup here in London is a most sensible one. I think it right to assume that we English are less easily moved by rumors of a fanatical slayer pursuing each new owner in order to revenge its falling into materialistic hands, or of a curse.
Now, make your play now.
I can't very well. I'm
into the realms of superstition.
Forgive me, Mr. Glass. I'm sorry to interrupt you. I realize this is somewhat irregular, but...
It's Mr. Blake, isn't it, of Boothroyd and Blake?
Yes, on behalf of a client, I wish to nominate a bid for lot 13.
This is indeed irregular. I'm surprised you do, Mr. Blake. However, since you're so impatient, I was about to conclude my remarks and open the bidding at, shall we say, 5,000 guineas.
My client wishes to bid £100,000. He's quite determined to become the owner of this remarkable piece.
Yes, I see. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I am bid £100,000 for lot 13. Would someone care to make it guineas?
Go up and settle it now.
Come now, ladies and gentlemen. This is an exceptional opportunity to become the owner of a unique relic. Now, ladies and gentlemen.
Congratulations.
If I receive no further
It looks
bids,
as if that
you realize
pretty little
I have
piece
no
is finally
option.
yours.
Lot 13
Brandon Merton.
Who the hell are you?
Wouldn't it be just too funny if that loony, the one who murdered Trant and Horder, wouldn't it be just a scream if he were in this auction room today? What did the press call him? Daniel Doom, wasn't it? Yeah, that's it. Daniel Doom. Seeing you, Brandon.
Mr. Merton has given his decision on this. No, you cannot speak with him. He's in conference. No, that's all.
Mr. Merton.
Zank.
Damn.
Why?
I don't know, but I'm watching it.
Walton, we'll have it.
How much do you want the price to fall by?
How do I know how far the price is going to fall? I can't be 2 jumps ahead of the game.
No, sir.
Walton, I shall never teach you to become rich. It's the man who wants to be too clever who tries to be 2 jumps ahead.
I don't think I really care about being rich, sir.
Don't you, Walton?
No, sir.
If you didn't, you wouldn't be here.
You cannot deny, sir, there is pleasure in achievement.
I don't deny it. That's my dear. I want you to go to London for me.
Oh, Uncle, terrific! When?
Tonight.
Oh,
Maybe tomorrow morning. Didn't I tell you not to open my personal mail?
It is not always easy, sir, to know which is your personal mail and which is not unless I open it first.
A little basic psychology. On business matters, I'm usually addressed as Mr. Brandon Merton. On personal matters, which invariably means that someone is begging from me, I'm addressed as Brander Merton, Esquire.
If that is meant to be humorous, sir, I can't agree that it is.
A wit, young man, is like wine. It takes a palate to appreciate it.
Sir.
God! We know, Petra, that your father has a guilt complex with regard to the native races. It goes back to the days when he was prepared to massacre the Red Indian natives on behalf of the great American Republic and his own bloodlust and glory. But I have no guilt complex with regard to any of the native races.
The African copper mine workers have been existing at starvation level for years.
You've authorized a 4% increment.
I have.
Hector, we don't deceive one another. You're not here because we have any love for one another. You're a failure in life. And people who are failures in life are either trustworthy because they're too frightened to be anything else, or they're untrustworthy because they want to prove themselves greater than they are. I thought you were in the first category. I'm sorry to see you in the second.
A little human understanding of the miseries of others might go a long way.
You don't become rich without an understanding of the miseries of other people. You don't make money out of money, but of other people's fear and greed.
Oh, Uncle, you are being unfair to Daddy.
I'm never unfair. I treat people as they really are. That way they might be able to do something with themselves.
And what am I?
A spoiled brat of a girl who might one day become a very wealthy young woman, and who will then marry a worthless spendthrift, and who will spend the life.
Good afternoon, everyone. Afternoon tea's being served. Do I have to eat alone again, Brander?
I can't speak for the rest of my household. I can only speak for myself. You can take your afternoon tea alone.
Oh, I don't like your sort of hospitality, Brander.
Guests do not stay in my house because they're asked to. They stay because they wish to. If they don't like my hospitality, they go.
But your chef's good. I'll say that for you, Brander.
Let's get him out of here.
Let's go quietly,
Please, Harris.
shall we?
You know how I hate violence before tea.
Hector, the wages of the copper mine workers.
Why do you stay here?
For the reason I told Mr. Merton. There is pleasure in doing something for its own sake.
Yes, but for somebody like yourself, there must be better things.
It's a particularly well-paid job. Not the kind of experience you get anywhere.
Oh, but isn't life here dull for you? My uncle's obsessed with that darn cup of his. That's why he built this place. It's like an island fortress. We don't see anybody. We hardly ever move from it.
Then why do you stay?
My father, for one thing. And I have expensive tastes. And my uncle indulges them.
Well, I suppose that's two good reasons.
I can think of one other.
Oh, what's that?
Isn't it said a gentleman never tells?
Yes?
Well, a lady never tells also.
You know, you might be wrong when you say there's no love lost between us.
I'm a realist, Hector. I know why you stay here. I'm a rich man, and I can do most things with my money. There's one thing I can't do. Take it with me.
Don't you believe there can be a decent, simple human emotion?
If I believed in nothing, what would life be about?
Brander, who is Norman Drage?
An art expert.
Heh, we're from the Paris Louvre.
Modern art. I'm thinking of starting a collection.
I don't believe a word you say.
Then you better start. It's one of the things I pay you for.
He claims to be a writer.
An art critic.
For whom? The New York Times?
Hector, I'm bored. I need a new interest in life.
Why should you be bored? You got a financial empire from Cuba to Japan. Why don't you try visiting your outposts?
I hate travel, and you know it.
Hey, you do, Brandy. I've never understood why. Brandy? What is it, Brandy? Victor! You got any smelling sauce?
Well, yes, here, I think. What,
In here.
Yes, what? What is it, Uncle?
Hey,
Oh, Uncle, what is it?
Nothing.
Here, smell.
Nothing. Obscenities. I'm a fastidious man. I hate all filth.
Well, why don't you hand it over to the police?
Because I'm old enough and rich enough to take care of myself.
Colonel, this is not the first threatening letter. I think something should be done.
Daddy, can't you get him to go to the police?
and admit he's being threatened when he won't even talk about it to me?
I think that his life is in danger.
I believe it is.
You'll meet his death just like the other two. Whatever it was that hit Trant and Horder just came right out of the sky.
Are you trying to say it was supernatural? Because if you...
It amazes me continually that people can find the time to do nothing.
I know just how you feel, Uncle. I like being active.
You're after that trip to London, my girl.
Oh, yes, I admit it.
We weren't exactly doing nothing. We were discussing you, Brenda.
Why? Do you think I'm going to drop dead?
We were thinking that you might get killed.
Not by any of you. You can't have me killed until you know how I'm going to cut up.
Uncle, dear, it's not unnatural to be concerned with what's going to happen to your millions. It would be dishonest to pretend otherwise.
Oh, I like that. I do like that.
Walton, give me New York on the telephone. I want to speak to Williamson.
Yes, sir.
Uncle, when am I going to London?
First thing tomorrow morning.
Hooray! Yay!
I want you to take a letter to my lawyers.
I'll be ready at 7.
I might come with you. A change of air for a day or two.
By all means, Drage, by all means.
I prefer not to have your company to London.
Young ladies should never travel about unaccompanied. And I am a gentleman above everything else.
Changing his will again.
Operator, can you get me New York?
No doubt you're gonna buy some pictures.
Well, as you know, Brandon's been asking my advice on how to invest some of his wealth.
I have no doubt about
I
that.
might just pick up a little daub or two on his behalf.
Tell me the truth, Drage. What are you doing here? You're no art expert.
I know a Modigliani from a Picasso.
I'm gonna get the truth out of you, Drage.
I found out something of the truth about him. A crime reporter turned art expert. That's Norman Drage.
Well, I'll be doggone. Did you, by any chance, report the murders of the 2 previous owners of the Coptic Tip?
Yes, I reported them. And I'll tell you something else. Unknown murderer styled Daniel Doom is nothing but a journalist's fantasy. Can you believe that an anonymous letter writer murdered 2 millionaires in the security of their own homes without leaving any clue to his identity?
Then how do you account for it?
I don't. I just agree with the 12 million readers of the Sunday papers. Fate wreaked vengeance on those who worshiped the wealth it represented, and not the God in whose honor it was made.
Daddy, do you remember reading about a Catholic priest in London who was an expert on criminology? Do you remember his name?
Brown, I think.
Father Brown.
Brown.
Then Uncle Branda will see Father Brown.
Yeah, Branda won't see anybody.
Won't he? Leave him to me.
Oh, Father, did you know that whales are monogamous?
What, all of them?
Well, there must be deviates, I suppose, but he doesn't say so. That's an odd omission, isn't it? Unless, of course, the book was aimed at children. You know what quaint ideas people have about what the young should read. When they mate for life. Whales, of course, not children.
Really?
And die of grief.
Cause and effect?
Well, a separate characteristic, apparently. It's theologically unsound, of course, but I must say I find the fact that whales are capable of feeling vastly comforting.
How are you on chalices, Father?
Oh, I don't know in what way.
Provenance, date, place of origin, probable sect, likely ceremonial function.
Oh, that's rather more Father Malone's cup of tea.
Oh.
I'm sorry. It was unintentional, I assure you. And not strictly speaking a pun.
Brush up on the subject, would you?
By all means, why?
We've had a request for assistance from Branda Merton.
Oh, yes?
The Branda Merton.
Which Branda Merton?
Really, Father, sometimes I think you do it on purpose.
Possibly. And what does Branda Merton want, whoever he may be?
Well, apparently he's the possessor of some sort of chalice known as the Coptic Cup. But here, see for yourself.
Great intrinsic historical value, origin obscure, religious use, perhaps in Oriental Christianity, so.
Naturally, he looks to us. He asks for you, Father. He is an American gentleman. He's also one of the 12 richest men on earth.
Oh, the rich man in the kingdom of heaven.
I said, Father, that you would be with Mr. Merton for luncheon tomorrow.
In the United States?
Northumberland. He chooses to live over here in a remote spot.
And I'm to be there by luncheon tomorrow.
I'd be inclined to step down, Father.
As you wish.
And sit down, Father.
Oh, all right. Yes?
You're going... You're going to fly.
Oh. Excuse me, but I've been told to come here. I have to travel in Mr. Brander Merton's aeroplane. He's very kindly invited me.
Coincidence, Padre. I happen to be waiting with the self-same aircraft, too.
Oh, and you must be the pilot.
Nothing of the kind. I'm a sort of perennial house guest of Brander's, who's just experienced 2 wonderful days of freedom away from that cockeyed private Alcatraz of his.
I see. Well, it must be very gratifying to Mr. Merton to have a house guest who appreciates his hospitality so, Mr.
Drage, Father Brown. Norman W. Drage. And since the aircraft we're both waiting for happens to be a 2-seater, one of us is going to have to find an alternative means of transport.
Well, at the risk of seeming unadventurous, I must say that's a prospect I view with equanimity. I'm sure an express train... Oh, heavens. Oh, look what I've done now. Oh, dear, I pulled it right over. I'm always doing things like that. You don't happen to have a screwdriver on you, do you, Mr...
Do I look the sort of person who would carry that kind of thing?
No, no. Of course you don't. Well, never mind. I've probably got one myself somewhere. Let's see now. Oh, now, how did you know who I was, Mr. Drage? I don't recall telling you my name.
Well, let's say I recognize you because I, too, am interested in criminology, or in crimes, anyway. And it's a very modest supposition, in view of your reputation, that strangers won't recognize you.
Yes, well, if my reputation were more godly, I'd be a far happier man. Dear, these things are sent to try somebody. Oh, good heavens above. How does one accumulate odd socks, hmm? I wonder if... Oh. Of course, it's supposed to be very unlucky to change them once they're on, isn't it? Or when they're inside out, for that matter. Yeah. Not that I subscribe to superstitions, you understand, Mr. Drage. But when they're harmless, I see no reason to flout them. Maybe in my spite.
There's a couple of screws there, Father.
Huh? Oh, yes. Well, they should be sufficient. Mr. Drage, how is it that a man interested in crime happens to be one of Mr. Merton's house guests? Are you there professionally?
Crime's only a hobby with me now. By profession, I'm a critic. I'm trying to interest Mr. Merton in the higher things. Art, you know. Shall we say I'm hoping to convert him in one way? You, no doubt, are hoping to convert him in another.
Oh, no, you're quite wrong there. It's God who converts man.
Well, then God better have a good look at Brander's brother, Colonel Hector Merton, known in the trade as Old Hickory.
Not the Indian fighter?
None other.
Well, bless my soul.
Well, they're quite a pair. Brander's busy doing to the natives of Brazil what his brother did to the Sioux and the Apache. Massacre them.
Yes.